We understand English when we read or listen anything, but when it comes to speaking, that time we cannot say anything. That time we freeze up. Why this problem is come? What is the main reason behind it and how we can improve it? Today's video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that if you follow, I can say your this problem will be solved. So let's get started the main topic. Actually, we focus more and more time listening and reading, but anytime we don't practice speaking. Listening and reading is just a passive for learning English, but speaking is the active part. Actually, listening and reading is just gathering knowledge, but if you don't practice speaking, that time you cannot express yourself. Actually, gathering knowledge is just active your knowledge power, but it will not have any your language learning power. So for this reason I can say you have to practice speaking more and more time. Actually, we only focus 30% just speaking, or we don't focus, we just focus listening and reading more and more. But I think that we should focus 80% only speaking part, and just 20% we have to focus other things like listening, reading, vocabulary learning, or grammatical or extra, all this part. Or this part if we don't focus, it will not have any problem. So we have to focus speaking part. When we are going to speak, that time we think that some person will judge us, and if I have any mistake, what people will think, like that a lots of negative comment our mind come. It is really a bad thing. But don't worry, those who are successful in learning English, and when I start my English journey first day to 1 month, that time I also get these types of problem, but I overcome it. For this reason right now I can able to speak in English. So if you want to learn English, you have to practice speaking English. You have to practice more and more time. If you don't practice, you cannot able to do it. If you learn a lots of vocabularies, if you learn a lots of reading, if you practice a lots of reading, if you practice a lot of listening, but if you don't practice speaking, anytime you cannot get fluent. So for learning English language, if you think I cannot able to speak in English, and if you think that I understand everything but I cannot speak, the main problem is you don't practice speaking. So you have to practice more and more time in speaking part. When you are going to practice speaking, you can practice by topic, like when you woke up, that time you can narrate your morning, all these activities, what you will do few minutes after, and whole day what thing you want to do, like that you can say, like in the morning time what you want to do, all these things you can say, just a small sentence you can make. If you regularly practice, once time you will get a good fluent speaker. It's true. And you have to be more patient. Regularly you have to maintain consistency. When you are going to speak, before time you can write this topic, like if you are going to write your today's activities, you can write your all these things smallly. You can write that what you want to do, like that when you write, that time your information will come so fast. And then you can practice speaking just 5 minutes or 3 minutes, and if you do regularly, it can help a lot for your English learning journey. From childhood we learn a lots of grammatical topics, we learn a lots of vocabularies, we read a lots of books, but we cannot able to speak in English because that time we think that English is a subject, and that wise we read, and our teacher also teach like that way. So if you want to learn a language, you have to practice speaking. The more you will practice, the better fluent, the better speaker you will get in this sector. Anyway, I don't want to make this video more longer. If you think that this video is helpful for any person, please share in this video. And if you want to get this types of more video, please follow our Facebook page, Yasin Academy, and see you soon in the next video. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.